Hi friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Shimmerz Paints inspiration. Joining you today for an April Color Kitz layout. And look at these gorgeous colors. Two brand new blue inklings, Someone Like Blue and Waves of Blue, as well as Shimmerz Limoncello. Then we've got colorings Don't Citron Me. Isn't that gorgeous? Cold as Ice Vibes, another lovely favorite of mine. Absolutely gorgeous. And Spritz Chickadee. So beautiful colors, coordinating dots, of course, the You Are My Sunshine dots. This fabulous raindrop stencil, how cool is that? And these super sweet daisy buttons. So lots of gorgeousness. There's also a cut file included this month, but I created this before it was made, so I apologize that I'm using something different today, but that's okay. Coming straight in with vibes, Cold as Ice, and I'm just spritzing into place on my cardstock, and you'll start to see it's revealing something underneath, and I'm going to leave that for a moment and see if you can see what's happening. I'm coming in now with colorings Don't Citron Me, just adding those little pops of green. Gorgeous color, isn't it? Really vibrant, very yellowed green. So, and of course it's going to mix with the blue a little bit, but that's okay because I sort of want these colors to meld together. And of course green is made from blue anyway, so it's going to be a lovely mixture of color there. And I'm probably just going to smush it in just a little bit and see if you can see what's happening underneath there. So there's a bit of a resist technique going on. However, it's not a resist through drawing. I don't know if you've ever had your cut file machine not cut properly for you, like it's cut the design but not cut all the way through, or perhaps you've purposely set it on a setting like that, like I have done today. So this is a geometric flowers cut file from Annette's Designs. My friend Annette makes these amazing cut files, and I wanted to see if the resist technique would work, so I purposely set the setting so that the blade wouldn't cut through the paper. And I'm just spritzing over it now with Spritz Chickadee. And as it dries, you start to see what would have been the cut file design coming through. So I'm just trying to highlight the sections where I would like certain colors and points of interest. And it was a little bit hard to think of that because it is quite difficult to see. I know on the camera it's hard to see it. So but basically it's a geometric diamond type wreath, and it's got these gorgeous florals on it as well, and I thought it'd be really fun to play with this and come up with something. So look, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but bear with me. I have to be honest and say I wasn't entirely convinced myself when I started this. It was a test engoy, and I thought, I'll stick with it and see how it turns out, and I'm actually really glad I do. So have a look at how it turns out in a moment. But so it's dry now. You can sort of see the outline of where that cut file is. But the great thing is, because, you can't see a lot of it, I thought it would be really cool. It'd be kind of like, when people do the no lines colouring with stamps, similar type effect, no lines painting, perhaps. I don't know what we'd call that, but going to use these gorgeous colors now. So I've got the two new inklings which are exclusive to this month's kit. So we've got Someone Like Blue that I'm spritzing now, and then Waves of Blue below, and these colors are just divine, both inklings exquisite colors. And then I'm going to start with some limoncello shimmers while those two new colors soak up a bit of that water and do their magic. And I'm just coming in, and it is a little bit hard to see with the limoncello particularly, but where I've got the yellow is actually where the gorgeous floral blooms are located. And the more I paint throughout this process, the more you'll start to see this layout come to life. So it doesn't look like a lot at the moment, but it is coming, I promise. So using the lines on the cut file, it makes it look like I can paint really straight for a change. It's fantastic. I love this. It's such a cool finish. But coming in and following literally the grid lines on the cut file, they're showing me where to paint. So it's going to look very fancy, but it really isn't. It's a really good, cool trick. So here's that Waves of Blue inklings. It's the lighter one of the two. And I'm using that to be the highlight berries and the smaller leaf sections in the florals. It's quite it's almost got a purple or silver tone to it as well. Quite different from the other blue, which is definitely a dominant and rich mid blue. This is really soft and light, and it's actually really pretty. Actually, yeah, I love inklings at the, you know, they're one of my favorites. There's so much sheen on them, and they're just, yeah, they're gorgeous colors. So feeling very spoiled to have these ones. Just coming in with a second coat though, because as it starts to dry, things start to disappear again. So you'll see me come through and do more coats. While that one's drying though, I'm coming in with some Don't Citron Me colorings to highlight the leaves. And now you can see it's starting to come to life now. You can start to get the shape of what I'm doing and what's happening here. Very, very cool though. What a fun technique to try, and one that's not tricky. So if you're not confident in your drawing skills, or perhaps, or you feel nervous about drawing, this is a really good cheat. I feel like it took the hard work out, because I could have sat and done it by hand, but this made it so quick and easy. So yeah, really fun technique to try with your cutting machine. Of course, if you don't have one, well, you can just paint by hand anyway. There we go, look at that. The colors are gorgeous. So just coming in now, really, yeah, doing that second layer of the limoncello shimmers. And oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? It's very spring. Very, very spring. Oh, look at that. Look at the sheen. Absolutely gorgeous. And as much as I love it, because it's on cheaper cardstock, because my cameo particularly likes nasty cheap cardstock, it is warped quite a lot, and so I've decided that I'm actually going to cut it out. Yeah, there we go, and play with it as a whole separate piece now. So there's my photograph, and I'm thinking, yeah, thinking of using the raindrop stencil and combining the cold as ice with some texture paste and just traveling that down the left hand side of the page. So normally I might use pattern paper to trim the edge of my page, but I'm going to use the stencil with the raindrops instead, and it's going to be very soft and subtle. Yeah, look at that, and that's before it dries, so you can see how soft and subtle those raindrops are going to be, but it's just that little bit, that little hint of texture and interest, and I think that'll be really, really cool. And just outlining where my cut file is going to sit, and coming in with lots of cold of ice splatters and some more of the Someone Like Blue, because this blue is just divine, and well, we need a little more interest, don't we? So layering my cut file over that lovely splattery raindrop background. And yeah, look, I love how that looks already. It's very, very pretty. You can see I've got some daisy buttons in place. I'm thinking of adding in all of the You Are My Sunshine dots, but before I do any more, I'm going to come in and foam mount the back of that cut file, which isn't a cut file but is a cut file. And I've grabbed some note cards from, I think it's the March Hip Kits pocket life cards. They're definitely some from the Hip Kit Club there, and lots and lots of the gorgeous Bloom collection from Paige Evans, because I think that ties in lovely with this whole spring theme, and just the colours working lovely. And yeah, look, it's just really pretty. So working on that, I did need lots of the blue though, because yeah, it's definitely my signature colour and perfect for this particular page. So there we go, look at that, that's very pretty. I'm going to foam mount that as well, just for that extra texture and lift and dimension. And popping in those dots, so we've got the cloud one, we've got the hurricanes, or the sunshine with a chance of a hurricane, or something like that. It's very cute. And then the You Are My Sunshine, and then adding in, yeah, I'm going to add in that sun there, and I've got the umbrella, and I'm really going to play with that notion of, you know, rainy days and happy sunshine days, and of course new beginnings and fresh starts and all that sort of spring feel. But at the moment, just looking through all those embellishments and seeing what I've got that ties in really well with this page. Oh, look at that. That's a cute sticker, and I love that. Yeah, definitely having that there. And I'm going to foam mount it. That's gorgeous because it balances the other one, and we'll tuck the umbrella underneath, and lots more florals, because you can never have too many florals. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. And more umbrellas, and just, look at this, so pretty. And if you told me I was just going to use green, blue and yellow, I would have gone, hardly. I'm sure to use another accent colour there, but it actually works really well for spring pages, and it's so, yeah, it's just warm and inviting, and it's really gorgeous. It's fresh and fun, and those daisy buttons are divine. I'm actually using all of them, because they're too pretty not to. They're just, yeah, they're gorgeous. So I've scattered them on and around my cut file, and look at that, it's looking amazing. And just going to add a few more stickers. There's my title, Shine, and yeah, look, a few little hearts. I think we need them. And I play with the idea of adding in this gorgeous sentiment, but even though the colours are beautiful, it just didn't quite fit, so decided against that. But then, yeah, I had all these fantastic dots left from last month, and there's little enamel spots that we have just started to introduce through the kit, and thought I would use up some more of them. So they were from last month, they were from the March colour kit, and just using the yellow ones just as a few more scatters around my page. And look, there you go. Simple, beautiful creating with the gorgeous April Color Kitz. Oh, my heart, just divine. Lots of gorgeous close-ups coming for you. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing and all that jazz. And have yourself a wonderful, happy arty days.